Welcome back to the channel, soap fans. If you're as obsessed with the bold and the beautiful as I am, then buckle up because today's video is a deep dive into one of the juiciest spoilers hitting the airwaves right now. Steffy Forrester's blackmail scheme that's threatening to completely dismantle Logan's beloved fashion line, Hope for the Future. We're talking high-stakes drama, family betrayals, romantic entanglements, and that classic Forrester versus Logan rivalry that's been the heartbeat of this show for decades. I'll be breaking it all down in this epic breakdown, aiming for around 10,000 words worth of insights, recaps, analyses, and predictions. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's unpack every twist and turn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest B&B scoops. First things first, let's set the stage with a quick overview of what this spoiler entails. According to the latest buzz from sources like Celebrating the Soaps and Soap Dirt, Steffy Forrester, played by the fierce Jacqueline McInnes Wood, is going full throttle in her protective mode. She's discovered that her mother, Taylor Hayes, now portrayed by Rebecca Budig, is sparking some serious chemistry with none other than Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon. But here's the kicker. Deacon is still married to the notorious Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, the woman who's basically a walking tornado of chaos and danger. Steffy, being the overprotective daughter she is, wants this budding romance shut down immediately. And how does she plan to do that? By turning her sights on Hope Logan, Annika Noel, Deacon's daughter, and using Hope's career as leverage. Steffy threatens to kill Hope for the future, meaning axe the entire line at Forrester Creations, unless Hope reins in her father and puts a stop to the Taylor-Deacon flirtation. It's blackmail at its soapiest, blending business rivalry with personal vendettas. And it's got fans buzzing about whether Steffy is overstepping or justifiably worried. To really appreciate the gravity of this plot twist, we need to rewind and revisit the long, tumultuous history between Steffy and Hope. These two have been at each other's throats since they were practically teenagers on the show, and their feud is one of the most enduring in daytime TV. Remember when Hope first burst onto the scene as the innocent, idealistic daughter of Brooke Logan? She was all about promoting positive messages through her fashion line, Hope for the Future, which started as a platform for empowerment and quickly became a staple at Forrester Creations. Steffy, on the other hand, was the bold, ambitious Forrester heiress, always ready to fight for her family's legacy. Their rivalry kicked off in earnest over men, specifically Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, who ping-ponged between them for years like a human tennis ball. Steffy would seduce, Hope would moralize, and the cycle would repeat, leading to iconic moments like that chocolate fountain fight where they both ended up covered in gooey mess during a heated argument. But it wasn't just about romance. Business always played a huge role. Steffy has sabotaged Hope's professional life more times than I can count. Take the infamous Ho for the Future incident, where Steffy tampered with Hope's fashion show signage to make it read like an insult, humiliating Hope in front of the press and buyers. That was back when Hope was still finding her footing, and Steffy saw her as a threat to the Forrester brand's prestige. Over the years, Steffy has pushed to cut funding for Hope's line whenever it underperformed, arguing that Forrester should focus on more elite designs. Hope, resilient as ever, always bounced back, often with help from her family or allies like Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, Steffy's brother, who had his own complicated obsession with Hope. Their dynamic shifted when Thomas redesigned for Hope for the Future, turning it into a hit, but even that led to more drama when Steffy accused Hope of using Thomas emotionally. Fast forward through countless weddings, betrayals, and custody battles. Remember when Steffy and Hope clashed over little Douglas Forrester? And we see how their rivalry has evolved. Steffy has grown into a powerhouse co-CEO at Forrester, married to Finn Tanner Novlin, and a mother protecting her kids from threats like Sheila. Hope, post her remarriage to Liam and various heartbreaks, has doubled down on her career, making Hope for the Future not just a line but a symbol of her independence. Yet Steffy still views Hope as the Logan interloper, echoing her grandmother Stephanie Forrester's disdain for the Logans. This history makes the current blackmail feel like a culmination of decades of tension. Steffy isn't just threatening a business. She's attacking Hope's identity. Now let's dive into the recent events that have led us to this explosive spoiler. In the tail end of 2025 and early 2026 episodes, The Bold and the Beautiful has been ramping up the chaos with Sheila Carter's return to prominence. Sheila, ever the villainess, is married to Deacon, but their union has been rocky at best. Deacon, who's reformed from his bad boy days, runs Il Giardino and has been seeking therapy from Taylor Hayes, who's back in LA as a world-renowned psychiatrist. What started as professional sessions between Taylor and Deacon quickly turned personal. Taylor, fresh off her endless triangle with Ridge, Torsten K., and Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, is vulnerable and open to new connections. Deacon, feeling trapped in his marriage to Sheila, finds solace in Taylor's understanding nature. Spoilers from January 8, 2026, show Deacon confessing his feelings for Taylor to his son Deke Sharp, a relatively new character, Hope's half-brother, played by Harrison Cohn, who's thrilled because he despises Sheila and wants his dad free from her enthusiasm. In episodes around January 9th, Hope learns about the Taylor-Deacon spark from Steffy herself, who storms into Forrester to warn her. But instead of backing down, Hope sees this as a golden opportunity to pry Deacon away from Sheila. She's been vocal about hating Sheila's influence on her family, especially after Sheila's past crimes against the Forresters and Logans alike. Hope even gossips with Deke at Il Giardino, speculating on how Taylor could be the one to save Deacon. This defiance enrages Steffy, who busts in on Taylor and Deacon's moments multiple times, demanding her mom stay away. By January 12th, Steffy confides in Finn about her fears that Sheila will go violent if she discovers the emotional affair. Finn, being Sheila's biological son, knows her instability all too well and shares Steffy's concerns. Enter the blackmail. In the January 13th spoiler from Celebrating the Soaps, Steffy confronts Hope directly, accusing her of encouraging the romance to sabotage her family. Hope denies it, but Steffy doesn't buy it. She leverages her position at Forrester, threatening to pull the plug on Hope for the future entirely if Hope doesn't intervene and stop Deacon. This isn't an idle threat. Steffy has the power as co-CEO, and she's done it before, like when she axed the line temporarily in 2024 after Hope's kiss with Finn. Hope, who's poured her soul into reviving HFTF after multiple setbacks, including a failed reboot in 2025 amid the Carter-Walton takeover drama, is devastated. The line represents her legacy, her empowerment message, and her financial independence, especially with her rocky personal life. Let's break down the character's motivations here because this spoiler isn't just plot, it's character-driven gold. Starting with Steffy, she's always been the protector shaped by her upbringing in the Forrester dynasty. Losing her sister Phoebe, her battles with Sheila, who shot her, and Finn, and her constant fear for her kids Kelly and Hayes make her hypervigilant. Taylor dating Deacon isn't just inappropriate, it's life-threatening in Steffy's eyes. Sheila has killed before, remember her toe-shooting spree? And Steffy envisions Taylor becoming her next target. Blackmailing Hope is Steffy's way of fighting fire with fire, using business as a weapon, much like her namesake Stephanie did against Brooke decades ago. Is it fair? No, but it's classic Steffy, ruthless when family is at stake. Hope, conversely, is motivated by her own family loyalty. As Deacon's daughter, she's seen his growth and wants him happy, away from Sheila's toxicity. Encouraging Taylor Deacon aligns with that, plus it sticks it to Steffy, whom Hope resents for years of interference, like pushing Thomas to leave LA with Douglas in 2024. Hope for the future is her baby and losing it would crush her, but she's defiant. Spoilers show her striking back, perhaps conspiring with Deke against Steffy. Deke, as the newcomer, adds fresh energy. He's anti-Sheila and pro-Deacon Taylor, making him Hope's ally in this mess. Deacon himself is torn. He confesses feelings for Taylor in therapy sessions, but he's aware of the danger. Spoilers from Soap Dirt hint at him waking up to Sheila's threats, possibly leading to a divorce push. Taylor, post her Ridge obsession, craves genuine connection. Deacon's rough edges appeal to her worldly side. But she's resistant, telling Deacon he needs a new therapist in January 10th episodes, per celeb Baby Laundry. Sheila, of course, is the wild card. Unglued and suspicious, she corners Taylor, vowing no one will separate her from Deacon. Her obsession could explode into violence, as Steffy and Finn fear in January 12th recaps. Related subplots are weaving in beautifully. Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and Daphne, newcomer, perhaps a love interest, are celebrating an engagement with Ridge and Steffy toasting them, a brief moment of joy amid the tension. But Sheila's unraveling ties back as she overhears secrets and begs Taylor for help. Brooke, Ever the mediator seeks gossip on Taylor, potentially pulling Ridge into the fray. And don't forget the younger generation. Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, Dylan and RJ are brewing their own rivalries, with hints of a Spencer versus Forrester fashion war in 2026 previews from Reddit discussions. Analyzing this deeper, this storyline echoes BNB's core themes: family loyalty versus personal desire, the dangers of forbidden love and the cutthroat world of fashion. Steffy's Blackmail highlights power imbalances at Forrester. Logan's like Hope often feel like outsiders despite contributions. It's reminiscent of 2025's Carter takeover, where Steffy plotted revenge on Hope by sabotaging HFTF, tarnishing her rep, or ending her romance per celeb dirty laundry. That failed reboot? Steffy could use similar tactics now, leaking scandals or manipulating buyers. Fan theories are wild. On Reddit, users speculate Taylor Deacon could lead to a wedding with Sheila crashing it violently. Others think Hope might quit Forrester and join Katie's new Logan fashion house, turning the tables on Steffy. Some predict Deke and Hope conspiring a betrayal, like exposing Steffy's past misdeeds, her knife incident with Sheila's lookalike in 2024. Predictions for upcoming weeks. By January 16th, Sheila discovers the truth, leading to a confrontation where she threatens Taylor. Deacon files for divorce but Sheila fights dirty. Hope defies Steffy, saving HFTF by allying with Ridge, who softens due to Taylor's happiness. Long-term, this could reignite Brooke-Taylor rivalry if Brooke sides with Steffy against the match. Wrapping up this marathon breakdown, this spoiler has everything we love about BNB: passion, peril and powerhouse performances. Steffy's Blackmail is a game-changer, potentially killing Hope for the future but birthing new alliances. What do you think? Will Steffy succeed or will Hope fight back? Drop your theories in the comments, share this video and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.